Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? Yeah, I'm that new Chief Cherokee in the building. PK all day. You may not like me, but it's okay. I got many things to do. Trying to get the documentation on point, get everything set up for how I want to get it done. But I want y'all to listen to this and hope it comes out pretty clear of what I want to say.
Airport Headway, Eloheem Records, Friday, August 13, 1982, State Master Spot, WOMBMAN location, please. Airport Headway, Eloheem Supreme Team 190, on board.
I think that's like too fast.
Negative. Airport Headway, Wednesday, August 19, 2009, revised 2016. See, Airport Headway, Society, Copy, RS, Data. Airport Headway. Commander-in-Chief of Global Love HUWA. Introducing to the world of President Nuskqu. Originally born Derek Norman Wade. President Nuskqu, called by some King QIYDAR, his job is to bring you and your family up to what is real. One today man-child has lost his place in the heavens. So what has happened is the heavens has placed a representative to the earth. One as scientist look for me, I have been here for many years. As your scientist look to find the missing pieces to the next level of living. We have fixed your mind on things that do not even matter. One, for there are sounds that are too loud for your ear to hear, and distance too far for you to go. So many of your life living is wasted on looking for what is now here. Through a transformation of a spiritual awakening called by those who are close to our great heritage, I am a MUKLASINA. Purified soul, electromagnetic energy that has agreed and able to supply the needs of humans. 19. From now on my presence will give you what you need. I have no need for greed. I am a light being of knowing what and how we need to do. Peace of mind and body is what all beings are looking for. All of your living must be connected to the reality of what is needed. My purification occurred in the Georgian year of about 1981. This procedure remade me reborn. In that same period I was taught reason, purpose, and righteousness. I am now King DIS-AGREEABLE, King of all kings, ruler of all men, child and leader of women, those who you now called women. I am a true ruler who was born twice. One birth from the body of the earth, a reproduction and duplication of my father, Milton Wade, and mother MARTISTINE KEARSE. Then I was chosen to be a part of the spirit of truth. A connection to TU future. A procedure known as KAWTHAR. KAWTHAR is a river of divine knowing. Knowing that never cease. I possess important information to change the world of the WOMBMAN in these last times. These last time are for those who will not renew their soul. This renewing process is very easy. AD was spoke about from all the many prophets that prove our higher knowing. These prophets came to those that they could speak to. Those who knew their language. Those whose hearts was not hardened to the ills of society. Those who had a chance to renew themselves. It was as easy as that. The words linked up to the manifestation of creation. The energies was given out like free sample. This procedure is not seen and can now be easily made plain. This is what is called Nuskqu. New school of your captured living in this country called America. You was systematically forced to release yourself from your higher self. This is what is referred to as your birthright. Through a system of brain contamination programs of inferiority, you have settled for a lifestyle that goes against your health, your divine powers of the mind, and the performance of your great godly nature. By those agents who are referred to as disagreeable in the writing of the first master. This second birth that I speak about is a procedure of my higher power taking over. Energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be altered. The opening of the crown chakra is when the top of your head opens up to receive the Holy Spirit. This is done to many people. Many have been led to believe that they are crazy. What happens is that you are living inside of a maze. This maze is like a box. It has its perimeter. Like the cells in your body and the skin, each has section of thickness and flexibility. You are living in an area that is monitored by the letters news. You have been convinced that these alphabets put in this order represent information that is good for you. This news is again said to be something that is original or new. All these are wordplay and lies that are kept up by what you call the media. The word media is from the word mediate, or medi or middle. This represent all theory from the word theo, which means guard or deity. I hope that I am not going too fast for you. The news media control your thinking through fear. This fear is spoken about in the word we at the which is weather. The weather and its vocabulary word speaks about the utmost fear atmosphere of the surrounding area of its citizens. You could be in the country, or city, suburb, county, all has its boundaries. These boundaries are north, east, west, and south. And it is associated with the word news. The news are the boundaries, the areas of control and the information of programming for the fear factors of living in a controlled capitalistic society. Atmospheric fear means keeping you at most fear atmosphere, as you are now learning from these writings, that many of your leaders did the best that they could. It is now Nuskqu time to clear up the vision of love. To keep those who are chosen and born again alive. To re-educate all lost souls so your will be in the will of the Eloheem. So you will continue to have a chance to survive in this beast you call America. The instructions of being agreeable to the words of love HUWA was given out to every man, boy, woman, and girl. The sick, the lame, the retarded, and the mentally ill was also given a chance. For Nuskqu was at many places at many times to make sure the word was given out for all to have. But only the true and the chosen will keep the spirit inside their heart. The spirit is the energy that make you whole. This feeling is a purification of the heart. The heart is the midpoint to your total self. Your heart is checked out by the spirit, and if your heart is mostly good, you will have a chance to get a purification. This checking will take a minute. It may even take some months, and for some even some years for the cleansing. What happens is that you become chosen, you start to see things from another light. The true light, that shine in every body. But those who are not willing to change will not be able to use the light. Just as these words on the CD or sounds on the CD is not everyone, but it is for those who have a dual personality. The word person is a short way of saying a personification. The personification is way of energy transforming and taking over your body. 102. The body that you have is hollow. 103. This hollow shell is for other spirits to come into you. 104. And get a service rendered on earth. 105. This service is called deeds when is accounted for in the eyes of man. 106. After the spirit or energies leave a body, this personification or person is now called dead. 107. In this unknown to many process of death, you have finished your assignment on earth. 108. For some people, they never have a direct or direct way to live out their energies. 109. Some are the living dead who are decoys for Y110. You to not be like them. 111. The heart is the midpoint in your vehicle that is called a body. 112. The spirit came to the chambers of the heart. 113. To give you a foundation of truth and love. 114. 115. The New York or York. 116. His deeds was to plant the seeds so I, Nuskqu, could water them. 117. These seeds are you. 118. And you are now waking up to. The many realities that are in front of you. 119. You have been lied to by those you have given your trust. 120. You have been cheated in this life called capitalistic living. 121. Your good heath is now bad from the knowingly mistakes that you have willing chosen. 122. This is the reasons why you need to stop, look and learn your rightful position on this earth. 123. To stop the hurting of one for another. 124. To look at the world with a mission of caring. 125. The thoughts of man, who is supposed to be the ruler of this planet, has gone wrong. 126. The programming of his brain is cut short. 127. False reality has allowed the man of this planet to imagine images that are not real. 128. True facts will be given to those who have borne witness the vision that the Most High has put in each body. 129. Those who learn from my connection to the mind will become rulers. 130. All rulers who are men, and all leaders who are women. 131. Yes. I am the Nuskqu king of rap. 132. I'm the new king of rap, another part of the plan. 133. And I go by the name President Nuskqu, the lady man. 134. I'm like a nuclear fission atomic attack. 135. Fact after fact, there no holding US back. 136. I'm the warlord of love. 137. The new sire of rap. 138. I could eliminate the planet if I caught a rage. 139. Blow up the whole world like a Hollywood stage. 140. I came with your future and the original plan. 141. Created another level cause I knew I can. 142. I came to this planet in the year 81. 143. And took my time to be HUWA number 144. With a electric wave 10 cube square. 145. Kicking universal fact that you would not dear. 146. The order of my magnitude put into earthly figures 147. Would take me forever for me to deliver 148. In the middle of your planet I put my 3 sun 149. And while I'm here I'm going to have fun 150. Life on Earth is one big test 151. If you going to win you have to be your best 152. You have to say what you mean and mean what you say 153. Then the life that you are living will be your way. 154. Never in your life have you ever kicked the fact 155. About the struggle and things like that 156. Jumping up and down looking like a fool 157. Trying to convince the people that you are so damn cool 158. You're a hypocrite weak dirty little sneak living the lifestyle of a European freak 159. Dancing with these people that you call swell 160. You under a deep hypnotic devilish spell. 161. Oscars Grammy and all worldly decorations 162. With freedom of speech you refuse to teach the Nuwabian nation 163. Triple platinum with the C/D/ you made 164. Trying to send our young folks totally insane 165. If you want to be the fool keep it to yourself 166. Don't spread you disease to no one else 167. Adding with truth is called building 168. Making wide the guild lines for all of Nuskqu children 169. Skate Master Spark 170. The Book of Revelation is no mystery to me 171. England United States the land of France 172. To the people of soul it's time to dance 173. It's a celebration for the life in you 174. So come on my Eloheem brothers in South Africa to 175. I'm back from the dead to give love and bring you back to life 176. Erase all our people's problems put the state of hell on ice 177. The Book of Revelation is not a mystery to me 178. I'm in the order of the High Priest Malachi 179. Malachi is when you're totally free 180. Third eye open so the mind can see 181. My total circumference from a galactic site 182. Is compelled to bring you in the marvelous light 183. I went underground for many years 184. For a better understanding of your worry and fears 185. The knowledge I had it went untold 186. The people wasn't ready so I put it on hold 187. One eye to the heaven crushing with the Birdman 188. I'm revealing the knowledge so the babies can overstand 189. I'm with the 24 holy elders of this day and time 190. To correct and put a stop to correct your ungodly crimes 191. I came down in a whirlwind full of fun 192. With the knowledge of many worlds from the heaven above 193. I travel through space to correct you ill mind 194. Interplanetary movement you call it social time 195. There is not a mistake I am not with the living dead 196. Check out my halo right above my head 197. Come into my aura now, feel my blessed vibes 198. My attraction alone will make you testify 199. I'm constant rhythmical forming and arranging 200. Like my four seasons I am always changing 201. In and out of your precious mind 202. And in the next before the change of time 203. I'm from the galaxy of truth, that's where I'm come from 204. I am above your silly games of getting high and having fun 205. I'm a intelligent life force and you better believe 206. Representation from the 8th galaxy 207. Here to motivate a select few, show the world what to do 208. Take their old body, make it spanking brand new 209. Line up your chakras, the love will shine through their eyes 210. And when you open up your eyes, look and identify 211. Eloheem kid is here, there be no more lies 212. No more lies, no more alibis 200.
No more lies, no more alibis 213. No. Unrighteous, dirty, filthy spies 214. Who went out of control forfeited their souls 215. Now the pits of hell is their brand new home 216. Forever in a day that were they stay 217. But to us it's a brand new day 218. We never refuse to choose and use 219. The lifestyle fit for us to do 220. Eloheem do or die, that's the reason why 221. In this life we're spiritually qualified 222. I am perfection in the making, never back down nor faking 223. Never lacking, slacking and always packing 224. I am the truth and the light to the path 225. Sent down from heaven, calculated from the past 226. I do what I do and what I like to do 227. President Nuskqu is here teaching you 228. Guidance, romance and take a firm stance 229. To my life towards perfection, not your life of chance 230. I'm here to show the world science in the original plan 231. So take your time, do all that you can 232. I'm filthy rich and righteous, always good to go 233. Kicking these facts no one seems to know 234. Using originality and finesse, awful lot of style 235. With the mental outlook of international miles 236. I got brothers in the east, brothers in the west 237. Brotherly love unity at its best 238. Brothers up north, brothers down south 239. Peace to you all, international spiritual gangsters, shout out 240. Cause we're taking over the planet each and every day 241. Leaving a path of truth so you can come our way 242. Living a life of harmony and how to be free 243. Teaching posses and crews of the real reality 244. With love unity in my heart, MUKLASINA. At TYHE start 245. I submitted to the source, got promoted, now I'm the fucking boss 246. Teach the gangster way to come alive 247. Get with it sissy, you'll be put aside 248. So take my hand and come and ride with me 249. And I'll show your dumb ass how you can be free 250. Skate Master Spark. I-9 Gabriel 19 President Nuskqu.
Now you heard what I said. You may not like what I said, but you heard what they said about what I said. And what I said was years ago, before you didn't have no children, you was the child. But your mama and your dad thought it was best that they take care of you the way they know how to take care of you. And that's all well and good. But see, the repercussions that was caused leave you. At first, your mom and your dad, they was ignorant, which we call illiterate. And then you came in hope of learning what to do, how to do, and learning about unified and focused energies, and learning that one is never independent of the other, but unity is the key. But you erred away from that. You ran from the truth. And what you did, you started using false imaginations from what was called technology. Just because you came to New York, many of you, and you lived in New York, you also thought you were part of the Native Americans that they called black, but many of us knew, or the elite knew, we were not black. And all those who came with the Black Power movement and not understanding that those from the European descent talk with false tongues, which means that they lie all the time. So you wanted to believe in them, so you started register yourself to their institutions to be programmed for you to be like you are today. So you are ineffective. You post things that also include voluntary servitude. That's almost as short as slavery. When you put in an application for a job, you're being a slave. You're giving them your information so they can utilize that information and control you. That's how they stay in control, through the paperwork, through the facts, through bills, utility company that you're supposed to pay, because you're not in the right format. You're not in the right programming. They took away your creative thinking. I gave you, those that I know personally, I gave you an option of, do you want to go to hell, or do you want to release the grips that was on you? You claimed that you wanted to release it, but you did not want to walk. You didn't want to suffer. So you thought if you continue to wipe ass, wash ass, clean ass, suck balls, change diapers, watch, take people to the store, and all kind of slavery tactics, that you would be rich or you would be safe. So you added more problems that we had. You were the problem. The problem was not the enemy. The problem was those who claim that they don't like the enemy, but they sit there smiling in their face. They sit there working for them, doing things. At that particular time, that was not the time to do that. It was a time of getting together, getting your foundation together, and applying that so you would have many, many years of the truth, living it. You will become a beacon of light, not someone who has a little extra something and using it for trickery or using it for your advantage because you didn't want to have the discipline to stop getting high. Now that's only one type of what we call, that's why we put the word out, monafikun. You didn't cover the truth. You evaded the truth. It's a difference. So you were just a marker. You was not important. You're not. One single person is never important unless they are of the anointed. So you came around the anointed, got charged, and thought it was you because you had intuition. You was giving, as a species, you was given permission to do certain things. You was given permission. Once you had a child, you was given permission to take care of that child. Spiritually, mentally, physically, but you did not do it properly. You did it the same way your mama did it, and your mama didn't do it because if she did it, you was trying to change. You didn't make the change. You backslid. You went in the wrong direction. So I'm talking about you because I can tell you, and then I can go and see what happened to all of you. I don't have to know you individually. That's not my job. My job is to teach and to teach those. Some of you taught and got big and cocky, calling yourself a master teacher. And what good did it do you? You didn't have the plan. You was not calculated to deliver the message. You were an interpreter to interpret some of the scriptures so we would get a grip on it, but you did not realize that through a manifestation of a personification, it was those who was descending down into human beings. And yes, my students, you got hit by the light because I was the light. But did the light stay on you and regenerate that which you were potentially capable of carrying? Now look at you. If you was 120 pounds when I met you, and now you're 180 pounds, hiding the flab, the cellulose, that means you didn't listen to the instructions. If you knew that they say, I self Lord and Master, and you moved in the area where you had bean pies and bow ties and shaved skinheads and shaved skin beards, and they were saying that they was a part of the regeneration, the purification to get you out of the muck and mire and be respected. They had a little something. They didn't have it all. Because if you look at those people who claim that they had it, what are they doing today? This was said in 80 and 90 and 70 and 2000. What are you doing today? When I got on board, I didn't make a shift. I made a exemplary example of who we were when obstacles is not present. So I left, sacrifice to give you the message. Went to a place that I never been there before, but I knew with some people there. It was called West Virginia State, Ohio State. That was the beginning. Met some good people and met some people who were greedy. I met some people who was very excited about what was going on and how we can renew ourselves. So people got the education that they came to get, but they got a little extra. So the extra they put to the side, they never used it. So now what you can do is take it out and read it, applicate and apply it. That's the best thing. Get your ass at the end of the line and learn what it is that you should know to be on top. Because you think you're on top, but we done left that alone. That whole, everything you're talking about is disregarded to those who are righteous. It's disregarded. So what I'm doing now, what you heard, the audible, people still cannot read. You may be able to read, but the information is not enough to override the tricks and traps called technology, tricknology. For many years, you focus on pictures of colorful chakras, lotus positions, scenes of nature, and you was comfortable with that. That is called tricknology. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. What they say, the colors of your aura and the energy and chi, they don't know what they're talking about, but you depend on them because you sat there in the college and you thought you had something over everybody else, but you didn't. And that's my job, is to let you know you didn't. And all those who took authority over you as an individual after you got the knowledge and you faded away and leaned toward what they was talking about. I don't care if it was your mama, your dad, your sister, your brother, because you were given, all your children, you were given the way. You was given the inheritance on a global scale. Before it wasn't talked about. But then they said, well, we got to stop these people. So they made different cells and fractions and people evil because they're evil. And they started doing things like 9/11. He said, well, I can't deal with this. You see, but those wasn't the original. Those were what we call what we call, it's a word for it, and I'll get back to it. But they wasn't the original, not letting the Muslims, we're not even going with that. It's the word for that type of people who try to be who we are, not knowing that we got all kind of ways to get the job done. You see, just like people saying I'm black and they white, and there'll be a black leader, and black leaders will be the new kings in America, and they will take care of their people and get their people to hate white people or get their people to like white people. That's still fictitious. It's called propaganda. That's called propaganda, right? So your black leaders are liars. I don't care if they go into the Supreme Court to argue a point about your liberty or your civil rights. They're still a part of a plan that's no good. Then you had other people that were saying about giving you wisdom about society from their point of view. You can go with that if you want to. But everybody is the center of the world because you're looking out a body that you've been encased in. You are the center of the world. You are the special ones. So if you're special and don't know what's going on, and I'm special anyway and know what's going on, you must be real foolish not to listen to what I'm saying. When I tell you that 216 Rockaway Avenue is a family prison and all those surrounding buildings, and you hold that to be something great, you done lost your mind. You done lost your ability to think. And there's reasons. It's called environmental weapons. So when you go into the city, and if you go in to Farmingdale or Long Island, and the mentality, see, it's a different mentality. It was a different strategy to get people up from the south to the north, but not knowing that we already had sovereign people in the north, the Iroquois, the Mohawks, you see, the Senecas. These are the people that you were supposed to reach out to on this land, which they call America. Chopped it up and called it states. When I said I wasn't black, you got mad at me because I tried to give you something that you didn't want to hear. Because your whole premise, your whole salvation, your lies, your money in the bank, your stock that you have, your portfolio as far as economics is based on you being black and they being white. Because as long as they can convince you that you're black from Africa, and Africa is not going to accept you because they've been introduced to colonialism, imperialism, capitalism, tribalism. So they really don't care, because if they did care, they would have came over here and disputed through the United Nations and reclaimed you. That's it. But it's not in their interest to claim you because you're not them. You see, you have two different ways to explain. Like when you go to church and they say Adam and Eve, and you hear it, you got two ears. But so now they say Adam, how are you going to take it? How would you take it? Adam. So now, could it be A-D-A-M, Adam? Could it be A-T-O-M, Adam? Very close in sounds. Well, the Adam, A-D-A-M, which they say A is life and D-A-M is damn, or A-T-O-M, which is the collective of atoms that make up cells, which is a different story. So when you're sitting in the congregation and the preacher talking about Adam and Eve, could it be Eve, the name Eve, or Eve, the other name for evolution, evolving? It depends on if you use atom and evolving, or Adam and Eve, his wife. So they don't give you all the information because it's not to their interest. When they talk about theology, ology means the study of. Theos means God. So they saying Theos or theology, then they claiming to be Theos, when the word Theos is the hose, or the zero, or the origin, original, which is the woman. Man came first, but the number system starts with zero. The cipher, the ho, 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 ho. You see? So you get many ways to say things to get people going, and that's called controlling. So the preachers, man and woman, they preach the sermon to keep you in control. They get a percentage of your earnings, as they want more and more and more, but they get a percentage of 10%, which they call tithes, that they wrote in, as if you convince these people that they're black, we'll give you 10% of what they make when they bring it to you on Sunday. We're going to change the Sabbath and make it the Sunday and use Jesus, which means is another code word, means just us. Jesus, just us. The ones that know it, and those who don't, they don't know. So, okay, I'm looking at all this. I came in about the year 1981. Prior to that, 77. Prior to that, many other numbers, but about 81. And I'm listening to these people, thinking that we're gonna get a welcome. Now we got visitors on earth. We are the children that descended down here to help. And they so wrapped up in materialistic things. They're not trying to be like the Amish. They're not trying to be like the Quakers. They're not trying to be like anybody. All they're trying to do is get in to make money, to lobby and make laws and buy stocks. That's another game of slavery, where the corporations are deemed to be original people, and they come together, they cooperate, which they call corporations. They're in numbers. And as far as business is the word busy and sin. If you look up the word business, look at it, write it down, and you'll see busy and sin. So they're going against what they call the 10 Commandments, and that word is tennis, or the 10 sins. The word tennis. The sport golf is go left, not right, with the right rituals. Go left. So all these names, games, places, can now be explained. So now it can be explained. They say, well, this guy comes here and he tells us that we're wrong. We're not going to allow that. He got to go. But then they say, well, we got to see if we can get him out of here. We can't kill him because it would upset the order of the earth. So they said, we're going to try to get him to kill himself, or we're going to get others to try to kill him, or we're going to kill those around him and see if that happens. There's all kind of ways. But see, when you're taught properly, you know that we cannot die. Energy cannot be destroyed. We are electromagnetic energy. I am solar. Okay, I am more than solar because I'm not even here. I'm here for the benefit of those I came to teach, and not everybody. So some people don't even see me. I'm here. I could yell and scream or whatever, and then certain people don't have the permission to say anything in my presence. Now, you see, so the whole thing, and when I say the whole thing, is that I started off teaching you righteousness. Righteousness, they said, well, what is righteousness? You should have asked that question. Don't just say, I came to teach righteousness, da 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 da, and you just sitting there. And that's what happened with the first students. They were good but not faithful. They heard it, oh, good but not faithful, and they thought it was the other people. But it was you. You never once took the initiative to find out what is going on. I never did you wrong. There's certain people that, yeah, I did certain things to certain people to stop them from being around me, because I was in a position that they would have got hurt if they was around me. That was the only reason. And it was people that didn't do me well, I would say didn't do me wrong. But the whole programming of man and woman was that women was always trying to, in New York, they was not as dedicated as they should have been. They were sneaky. Okay. Now, I try to do the best I can, and I wrote some lyrics. I put it out there. It didn't, people couldn't perceive what I was saying. And I said things like to the women that you're a sweet manifestation of power and might, with your pride stride as you carry the light. You're paving the way for our future's sake. You are a mother who is loved and very great, motivating, stimulating, renewing your love with your high marks from the heavens above. White glove of inspection, clean as can be, virtuous and very happy. You recognize condition of this land and still choose to live out God's true plan. But at the time that I wrote it, it wasn't happening. The women was not equated to that. So the information, the frequency was too high. They thinking, damn, he don't know. Shit, I ain't like that. I ain't trying to be like that. Huh. Shit, you a bitch. That, you know, that bitch over there, you know. So I said, bitch, okay, guess what I'm gonna do? You want to say bitch? I'm gonna take the sting out the word bitch, because that was a word somebody say bitch, they went crazy. So I said blessings, B for blessings, I, international, blessings international, T, B-I-T, 2, C, the children, because everybody old or young is a child at first, okay, from your vibrations and definition, child. C, B-I-T-C-H, holla. Blessings international to the children, holla, bitch. Blessing international to the children, holla, bitch. Bitch was also taking this thing out the word, putting the reality of who they supposed to be. Woman, you are to, bitch, bite you. You are the protector of your children. But that is not what's going on. You go to the gynecologist, open your legs, let them look in there with a microscope. You don't care. Why? Because you don't know. You're illiterate. You don't know. You didn't take the time to find out about the anatomy, the body, how it works. Study groups, you see, support groups with women. Oh, that bitch, I ain't trying to be with her. You ain't trying. That's your species. You don't let them divide your species into what they call race, R-A-C-E, which is C-A-R-E, care. So the white race, white care. Black race, black care. That is not the truth. The truth is, you are the woman. That's your species. And you have to find ways to get along. So you do it secretly by imitating each other. You straightening your hair to get curly, white, and you straightening your hair to get straight, black. But you're not black and you're not white. If you don't have melanation, pigmentation in your skin, is a discomfort, displacement of nature. It's called Lanaat, L-A-N-A-A-T. It means milky white. Before that, it was called albinoism. And it's also noted in the manual of the priest and the priestess called the Levites, the Beathan, the Leviticus. So the book of Leviticus, which is a manual that Moses used, told them about this particular discomfort, this plague or this disease called leproma, leprosy, the neck, where the skin would be white. That was one calm part of it, and the other one will be erupting of the skin pus and all kind of foolishness. And it tells you what to do. Read the book of Leprosy, 13 and 14 chapter. This is why here it is called the canon text. The canon text. Okay. So now, dealing with that, you have one species. Those had to be separated. They were put in leper colonies. Who was to teach them? They were called high priest and high priestess. That was what they called the mediators. That's where they get the word medical, mediate. See, and healing. See, so your species of woman must learn how to get together and do it. Now, it's being done. We're doing it anyway, regardless. Because now what we've done, we have put our energy. The first man, he put his seed in everybody. But the seed is not his seed because he came from the wombman. So it's the wombman's seed that he carries. So man is a seed carrier. The word man has nothing to do with gender. There is no gender. Get that straight now. This is why they can have so much distraction, because they're not teaching the truth. There is no, you come from your mother, you are your mother. That's it. Now, can you do what your mother do? No. So now scientifically, because we are scientific people, when you take it to the real, you are a mutation. And that mutation is qualified to do certain things. But I'm not going to tell you what you're qualified to do. Potentially, because I'm teaching the woman who they are, what happened, and why they in the position of not caring for one another. Why they in the position of being a hostage in the home, in the house. The word house is ho, H-O-U-S-E. Ho being used. Okay? The word home is hold me. And the word host of the house is hostage. It was a time when the woman, who is now the woman, the woe, if you get on the horse and say whoa, the horse gonna stop. So when they say whoa, man, that means stop them from knowing who they are, knowing that this is your planet, you are the earth, and you are the glory. There is no man named Glory. You are the glory. You are the joy. There's no man called Joy, Mr. Joy. It will be now, but it wasn't before. So the species has to come together. Now, who was in charge of the species? That is the question to be answered. And who was to be in charge of the species was one who was given melanation on the skin. Those are the one who had permission to be outside of the day. The new day is the dark. The nighttime is when the sun comes out. They switched up the program. We're going to get back to you because we don't exceed it the time. Peace.